Hello everyone, I am Professor Adarsh, Faculty of Vidyashram, the Temple of Excellence. Now, my subject is accountancy. In accountancy, I have taken partnership accounting. Now, before we go to partnership accounting, how many of you are planning for getting 100, scoring 100 in accountancy or scoring centum? Now, scoring 100, is it possible or impossible? What is the spelling of impossible? Yeah. Now, if you follow our classes, seriously I am telling you, if you follow our classes, whatever you are thinking impossible, I will make it I am possible. Now, before we go to topic, we'll get to know what is the marks allocation, how much marks you will get if you learn partnership. Now, partnership, I have classified your partnership into 4. First part is basic, second part admission, third part retirement and death, last part dissolution. Now, what is basic, what is admission, what is retirement and death, and what about dissolution? Now, in basic you will get to know what is partnership. So why we need partnership? What is partnership deed? Partnership deed, it is nothing but agreement. Now, admission. In admission, what you will learn? For example, there are 3 persons are there. You want to add one more person to the firm. That is called addition. You are adding one more person. This is nothing but admission of a partner. Earlier, how many were there? Only 3. Now, how many are there? 4. This is called admission of a partner. Next one, retirement or death. For example, any of the person who got 60 years of age, who attained 60 years or more, or else he is not well, he is sick, he doesn't want to continue his business. What he can does, he can leave the firm. He can leave your firm, he can leave partnership. That is nothing but retirement. If any person going out from the partnership, we call it as retirement. What is death? Any person deceased or death of any person, we call it as death of a partner. The last part is dissolution. What is dissolution? Dissolution means winding up, completely closing. Now, he doesn't want to continue. This fellow also same. Completely they are closing their business. This we call it as dissolution. Now, how much marks you will get if you learn partnership? Now, if you learn basic, 1, 2 mark, 6 and 5. Total you will get 14 marks from basic. Now, admission of a partner. If you learn admission 1 to 12, total you will get 15 marks. Retirement and death, you will get 2, 6, total you will get 8. Last part is dissolution. If you learn dissolution, you will get 1 to 12, total 15 marks. Only from partnership, you will get 14, 15 marks, 8 and 15. All put together almost 44 and 52 marks. You will get 52. Happy or not? Only by learning partnership, how much you can score? Half of your centum. How much you will get? 52. What is your passing mark now? Your passing mark is 35. Still you are 17 marks ahead. Means if you learn partnership, not only passing accountancy, you will be 17 marks ahead from your passing mark. Now, we'll go to the topic. Now, partnership accounting. Today we will discuss what is partnership, what is partnership deed. I'll explain you what is deed. Absence of partnership. These two things we will discuss in your next session. These three are theory. These two topics are practical oriented. Now, meaning of partnership. Before we go to meaning of partnership, we'll get to know what are the features. If you know the features, you can only frame the meaning of partnership. Simple topic. Yeah, features of partnership. The first feature is two or more persons. So what are the features of partnership? So these are the main features of partnership. This is a compulsory question for 2 marks. If you write 4 points, it will be 2 marks. Sometimes they will ask you for only 1 mark. What are the features of partnership? Just you have to mention any two out of this 6. If it is for 2 marks, you have to mention any 4. Easy to remember, easy to understand. Now, first feature, we'll go one by one. 2 or more person. See, if you want to do business individually or alone, then it will be called as sole proprietor. Now, if you want to join somebody to your business, that is nothing but partnership. What is the minimum number? As you know, the minimum number for partnership is only 2. If there are 2 persons, you can go for partnership. Now, what is the maximum number? Anybody? What is the maximum number? Earlier it was 10 for bank and 20 other than banks. At present, as per Companies Act 2013, this is as per 1956. Now we are following Companies Act 2013. What is the maximum number? Anybody? Yeah. The maximum number for partnership is 100. Your 1 mark question. You will get fill up the blanks. What is the maximum number of partnership? The maximum number of partnership are 100. What is the minimum? 2. Maximum is 100. This is the first feature. You cannot exceed with 100. 100 is the maximum limit. Now, agreement. What is agreement? Agreement, it is nothing but it is a simple document. In the document, all the details. I can give you best example for agreement. If you are in a rented house or else, if you are given your house for rent, in the rent agreement, what will be there? Owner, tenant, address of the owner, address of the tenant, what is the deposit, advance given, and what is the rent per month. So, each and everything will be there. At the end, owner and tenant signature will be there. Similarly, in partnership, if there are 2 partners, the name of the partner, name of the business, the address of the partner, what kind of business, what is the capital investment, each and everything will be mentioned in the agreement. We'll go in detail in the upcoming slides. Existence of business and profit motive. These are very important. Existence of business. Without business, you cannot start partnership. There must be some business, irrespective of your investment. It may be small canteen, it may be educational institution, it may be textile, it may be jewelry shop, whatever may be the business. There must be existence with some business. Remember, it should not be illegal. Now, profit motive. What is profit motive? I'll give you a simple example for this because this is very important. Existence of business you understood. Now, what is profit motive? What is profit motive? For example, there are 3 partners. First person, he has invested 5 lakh. Second person has invested 10 lakh. And third person, his investment is how much? 0. Now, after 1 year, the business is going good. Now, they got profit of rupees 30,000. Now, after getting profit, what they will do? They will do party? No. After getting profit, they will share each other. Now, he has taken 10,000. He has taken 10,000. He has taken 10,000. Now, you have to tell me whether this fellow we call it as partner or not. Why? Because his investment is 0. What is your answer? Give work to your brain. Now, whether he is a partner or not. Now, the answer is yes, he is a partner. Why? Because he is sharing profit. Same example, we'll do small modification. He has invested 10 lakh, but he has taken 0 profit. His investment is 10 lakh. He has taken only 0 profit. He has taken plus 5. He has taken plus 5. 15 and 15. Complete 30,000 taken by first person and second person. Now, whether he is a partner or not, the answer is no. He is not a partner. Why? Because even though he has invested, he has not taken profit. The concept is very simple. If he is sharing profit, he is a partner. If he is not sharing profit, he is not a partner. That is a concept. Now, sharing profit, it is the same point. Now, business carried on by all, are any of them acting for all. Now, what is business carried on by all? Now, we'll go for the same example. You have started a jewelry shop. The jewelry shop is in Mysore. Now, he is from Mysore. He is from Mysore. He is also from Mysore. All are considered as active partner because every day they go to business. Everybody, all three of them, they are busy in business. They are actively participating in the business. So we call them as active partners. Now, everybody involved in the business, we call it as business carried on by all. Now, same example, small modification. First person from Mysore, second person from Mysore, third person from Delhi. First and second person from Mysore, but a third person is from Delhi. Now, these two are active partners. Why? Because the office is in Mysore. They are also in Mysore. Every day they go to office. They are completely involved in the office. But third person, he is in Delhi. Just he has invested and he said that I am in Delhi. Once in a year I'll come. Every day I cannot come to business. Every day I cannot take care of business. If you want, I can give you more investment, but I am not able to participate in the business. This person is called as sleeping partner. Sleeping partner means don't think that he is always sleeping. Now, sleeping partner means he will not actively participate in the business. He is called as sleeping partner. Now, all his work will be done by whom? These two persons. That is called as any of them acting for all. These two persons acting on behalf of this fellow means all his work will be done by these two. That is called as acting for all. Hope you are clear. Now, relationship of principal and agent. Come back to same example. Now, if he is an outsider in the sense he is in Delhi. Now, he cannot participate. Whatever information given by these two will be agreed by this fellow because these two are active in the business. Whatever suggestion they give, whatever information they give, he will follow. Means these two are called as principal. This person is called as agent. Or else, if he gives some suggestions, if he gives some information, these two will follow. Means this fellow will become principal, these two will become agent. It is no rule that one must become principal, other must be agent. According to situation, according to the work, the principal agent can be mutually adjusted. He can become principal, sometimes he can be called as agent. Depends on work. So this is called relationship of principal and agent. These are very important as well as easy also. We'll go for the next slide. Partnership deed. So as I told you, deed means what? It is an agreement. Again, it is an important question for 2 marks. So they will ask you what are the contents of partnership deed. You have to remember minimum 2 points for 1 mark. You have to remember minimum 4 points for 2 marks. Remember, if it is 1 marks, 2 points. If it is 2 marks, 4 points. Now, partnership deed means it is an agreement. What is an agreement? Agreement means, I gave you example, your rent agreement. What will be there in your rent agreement? Each and every detail. Similar, you can write on your own also. Simple thing. Name and address of the firm. Your name of the firm, it may be XYZ Company Limited. It may be PQR Limited. That you have to mention. Address. If it is in Bangalore, the address of office in Bangalore. If it is in Mysore, the address of office in Mysore. You have to mention. Name and address of partner. You have 3 partners. One is in Mysore, one is in Bangalore, one is in Delhi. The address of Mysore partner, the address of Bangalore partner, the address of Delhi partner. You have to mention. Nature and place of business. What is nature and place of business? Nature. Your business related to textiles. You have to mention my business, textile business. Your business related to jewelry. You have to mention my shop is jewelry shop. Means what kind of business you are doing, you have to mention. Place of the business. Your office is in Mysore also, Bangalore also, Delhi also. You have to mention where is your office. That is called as place of business. Duration, if any. For example, you know that I will run my business for 5 years. You have to mention I am running my business for 5 years. For example, you are running your business only for 8 years. After 8 years, you may be having some commitments. Then you have to mention my business is for 8 years. This is called duration of business. You may think that, sir, how I come to know I'll close my business after 5 years. Simple thing. Duration of the partnership or the business, you can leave it blank. Clear? Yeah. Capital contribution. For example, 2 partners are there. He has invested 20 lakh. He has invested 10 lakh. What is the capital contribution? Yeah, this amount must be mentioned in the document. X has invested so much. Y has invested so much. You have to mention that. Next, interest on capital. Whatever you have invested, can you invest freely? No. You want some remuneration. You want some income from that. Whatever you have invested, you can collect interest on that. It may be 8%, it may be 10%, it may be 12%. As per your requirement, you have to mention in the agreement. Drawings. What is drawings? I'll tell you. You have invested 10 lakh. After 1 year, you may feel that I need 1 lakh for my personal use. You have taken 1 lakh from your business. This 1 lakh is called it as drawing. Any cash or goods taken by you, taken from you for personal use, we call it as drawing. If you are taken money for personal use means you have to pay interest for that. That has to be mentioned. Profit sharing ratio. What is profit sharing ratio? You have invested so much. In the agreement you have mentioned that I'll take 2, you will take 1. So double I will take, you will take only 1. Or else whatever profit we get, we divide equally. Then you can call it as 1:1. The ratio can be mentioned in the agreement. That is called profit sharing ratio. Interest on loan. For example, to your business you have given money. To your business you have given money. That is called as loan. Additional money if you are given means on that you can get interest. Same you can mention 8, 10, 12, 15 as per your requirement. You can mention how much you need. That can be mentioned in the agreement copy. These are the major things. Again I am repeating you. You have to remember any 4. Next, salary commission. In the agreement you can mention every month I need 5,000, every month I need 10,000. How much you need you can mention in the agreement. If you do any sales in your business, I need 5% commission. You have to mention in your business. If it is not mentioned, you will not get. Now, methods of valuation of goodwill and asset. What is goodwill and what is asset? Goodwill means name, fame, reputation of any business. We call it as goodwill. Name, fame, reputation of any business. We call it as goodwill. What are the assets? Simple thing. If you see up, you will get AC or fan. That is the asset. When you sit, we'll use chairs. Chair is an asset. Your premises is an asset. Your TV asset. Computer asset. So these things we call it as assets. Next point. Rights and duties. If you are a partner, you must have some rights. You must have some duties. What are the rights? You can go to your office. You can see your accounts books. You can give suggestions. You can make any business transactions. These are the rights you have to mention in your agreement copy. If you want to add anything, you can add in the rights column. You can add anything. Duties. So, if you are a partner of the business, you have to mention what are the duties you have to follow. Those things will be mentioned in your agreement copy. Date of commencement. This is the last part of your partnership deal. What is the date of commencement? Commencement means what? Starting. For example, your business started on 1st January 2020. Now, 2020 is very good year for everyone. Now, your business started on 1st January 2020. Now, you have to mention that when your business is started. If it is started on 1st January, you have to mention commencement of business is on 1st January. You have started on 1st February. You have to mention 1st Feb is our commencement of business. These are called as contents of partnership deed. How much you have to remember? 4. Safer say remember 4. If it is 1 mark, write any 2. If it is 2 mark, write all 4. Yeah, we'll go to the last part, that is absence of partnership deed. Now it is the last part of your partnership, that is absence of partnership deed. Last but not the least. Why? Because this will come for 5 marks. Compulsory question, this will come for 5 marks, that too in POQ. No calculation, nothing, easily you can score 5 marks. When you go for your examination, you can start with POQ. In that POQ, this question will be there. In 30 seconds, you score 5 marks. Easiest thing. Now, absence of partnership deed. I already explained you what is partnership deed. What is partnership deed? The agreement called as partnership deed. What are the contents? Name of the business, name of the partner, address, profit sharing ratio, capital, interest on drawings, interest on capital, duration of the business, everything will be mentioned. You may feel that without agreement can we do business? Without partnership deed can we run partnership firm? The answer is yes. Answer is yes. Without partnership deed, you can frame partnership. You can frame business. The government says, yeah, go ahead. Without partnership deed also you can start. But you have to follow, you have to face, these are the problems. You may, in the insurance or something, they will give you everything. Or else in the advertisement, they will show that if you do like this, you will become Superman, you will become He-Man. But at the end, small star mark will be there. This is nothing but conditions applied. So, means without deed you can proceed, but you have to face, these are the problems. You may think that myself and my mom, we started business. Without agreement can we proceed? Answer is yes, but you have to face these things. We'll go one by one, simple thing. First one is profit sharing ratio. Profit sharing ratio, it is equal. You may feel that, so what is a big deal in this? So even though we are very close, whatever profit we'll get, we'll share it equally. Without partnership deed, we will run the business, because if there is no agreement means you have to share your profit equally. You will be happy, but I'll give you an example. Later you see me whether it is good or bad. Now, this is you, your mom and your dad. Yourself, your mom and your dad started a new business. The business may be textile business. Now, you have your savings, you are going for work, you have invested around 15 lakh. Your mom invested 10 lakh and your dad invested 5 lakh. Normally it happens reverse, but I have given example of 15 lakh, 10 lakh and 5 lakh, because normally your dad invests more. Now, 15 lakh, 10 lakh and 5 lakh. Now, after 1 year, your business is going good. You got profit of 30,000. How much profit you got? 30,000. Now, what you will do? If there is no agreement, because your mom and dad means agreement not required, because you trust each other, you love each other. We don't want any agreement. Without agreement, we will proceed. The problem is, whatever profit you got, 30,000, you will get 10,000, your mom will get 10,000 and your dad will get 10,000. You are happy that even though my investment is more, they are my mom and dad, I can agree. I can give 10,000 to mom and dad. But the problem is, instead of your mom, somebody is there. Instead of your dad, somebody is there. Now, your investment is 15 lakh, but you are getting only how much? 10,000. This fellow investment is 10 lakh, he is also getting 10,000. Last person investment is only 5 lakh, but how much he is getting? Equal to you, 10 lakh. So this is a problem you have to face if there is no agreement. So you may ask, sir, if there is an agreement, what will happen? Yeah, if there is an agreement, before only you can mention, you can decide that whatever profit you will get, you can share according to your investment. Then what will happen? This 10,000 you will not get. Out of 30,000, you will get 15,000. Second person will get 10,000. Last person will get only 5,000. Your investment 15 lakh, your income is 15,000. Second person investment is 10 lakh, income is 10,000. Third person investment is 5 lakh and income is 5,000. You will be happy now. Why? Because according to your investment, you got profit. Clear? This is the first part, profit sharing ratio. Rest of the things are easy. Interest on capital. If there is no agreement, means you will not get interest. If there is agreement, you can mention that I need 10%. In the agreement, if it is 10% return, you will get 10%. If there is no agreement, interest big 0. Same thing, interest on drawing 0. You will not get any interest on drawing. The partnership firm will not get any interest on drawings. Salary, commission. So you will not get interest on capital, means forget about your salary, forget about your commission. There is no salary and no commission. Last one, interest on loan by partners. Interest on loan by partners, you will get 6%. Happy? Without agreement, you will get 6% interest. Whatever money you have given to your partnership firm, you will get 6%. Happy or not? You must be happy because you will get 6%. But the problem is if this percentage, if you have agreement copy, in the agreement copy you can mention I need 24%. If you have agreement copy, you can mention more than 6%. Your income will be more. Your income will be more. Absence of partnership deed. You have to be happy. You have to satisfy with only 6%. You cannot get more than 6. If you have agreement, clearly you can mention that I need 24%. I need 30%. That is the advantages of partnership deed. Now the question is, sir, how will be the question in the examination? I'll tell you. So what will be the question in the examination? How the question will be? Very simple. The question will be consequences of absence of partnership deed. Consequences of absence of partnership deed. Your question will be only this much. Your question will be only this much. Your answer must be profit sharing ratio. I can listen to you. Just tell me the answers. Profit sharing ratio. What is the answer? Yeah, it is equal. Now, second one, interest on capital. What is the answer? Your answer must be no. You can write not applicable, or else you can write only no. Interest on drawings. Your answer is what? No. Salary and commission. Your answer is what? No. If there is no agreement, these are the problems. Interest on loan. How much you have to mention? Yes, you are right. It is 6%. Now, sir, how to remember? Sir, will get confusion. For interest on capital, if you write 6%, what will happen? Simple logic. Remember, interest on loan is how much? 6%. Other than loan, whatever you may get, the answer must be what? No. Other than interest on loan, answer is very simple. No. What is the profit sharing ratio? It is equal. If you write this much, how much you will get? 5 marks. The one more advantageous is you will not get any twist. You will not get any numbers. You will not get anything other than these 5. You have to remember, you have to memorize that interest on loan, it is 6%. So, now your answer must be profit sharing ratio equal, interest on capital no, interest on drawing no, salary and commission no, and the last part is interest on loan, it is 6%. Now, whatever we did, this will come for 5 marks, compulsory question. Along with this, 1 and 2. Total we covered 8 marks. What is your passing mark? 35. Out of 35, we have covered 8 marks. This is all about the basic of partnership. Now, in the next session, we will go with P&L appropriation account, that is theory with problems. Hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you.